Tomorrow is Memorial Day. We honor veterans of the wars and those who have served our country. I would like to share with you a few minutes my story. It started on December 7, 1941. With the attack on Pearl Harbor by the Japanese people, I knew that someday, I was too young, and I knew that someday that I'm going to be involved in this war. So, for the rest of my life, I joined the Army on March 18 of 1943. After basic training, my advanced training included learning to ski and mountain climbing. I arrived in Italy on Christmas Eve of 1944 with 3,000 other people from the 86th Regiment of the 10th Mountain Division. With the arrival of the 10th Mountain Division, we can safely say that the 10th Mountain Division has arrived over there. And we moved into several outposts in a mountainous area slightly west of the line between Florence and Bologna. The German army occupied these mountain tops, giving them a high vantage point and covering of the valley to the north. Our mission was to sneak up on the German army and capture two mountains known as Riva Ridge and Mount Belvedere. By climbing up an impossible route, a route that the Germans would not expect or believe anyone, let alone an entire battalion of approximately 700 men, would attempt. Riva Ridge rises steeply 2,000 feet above a rushing river. The ridge taking the ridge from the entrenched enemy would be a major challenge. To preserve the element of surprise, the climb would be made in the darkness of night. After dark, on February 16, my battalion moved into a quiet little village at the foot of Mount Riva Ridge. The orders were to stay inside the houses in the village and out of sight. The farmers continued their daily routines. We awaited the signal to assemble for the night climb. The next night, at 7:30 p.m. on February 17, the signal came with orders to carry our ammunition in our pockets and not in the rifles. An accidental firing of a rifle would have given away our location and spoiled the surprise. We climbed the steep face of this mountain, one soldier after another, helping each other along the way, quietly climbing in the bitter cold. We reached the summit at dawn. The element of surprise was complete. And shortly after daybreak, the mountaineers had taken Riva Ridge. 2 days after the initial assault on Riva Ridge, the engineers had built a tramway from across the river and up to the shoulder of Mount Capabuscio. Now, Mount Capabuscio was a peak on Riva Ridge.